silly. Still gonna send
Silly.
it.
Where do you think that guy is now? You think he's alive?
Dead or in prison.
You think he's wanted, dead or alive?
Do you think that's Bonathan John Bovey?
I don't know what you just said, buddy,
No,
but I
neither
don't
does
like it.
anyone. Oh man, how are you? How are you doing now?
How are you now? Listen here, buddy. I was also physically ruined upon our return from the land of myths and fairies,
Oh, it was
Las
rough.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Financially ruined as well.
same.
Yeah, did some more damage after we departed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. Um, on day two, the evening of day two, an unexpected charge went through on my card,
Oh no,
and I was ruined.
was it like a utility bill or what's going
It
on?
was, something that I have. I had to like buy some car parts a while ago, and I have it set up
Oh,
on
the paying
payments.
for. Ugh.
And it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to be like, oh no.
I'm gonna let you know something, Joseph. You're not alone in this.
Yeah,
Um, there's so at a certain point, I made a couple of purchases that like overlap in
yeah.
when the payments hit, and you have no, you can't choose if you're doing the PayPal paying for when it
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, definitely not.
So there's like 1 week out of the month where I'm just like I wake up one day, I'm like, oh god, okay, $30 I can live, and then the next day it's like, oh my god, why is there another one? And then the next day, kept like, oh,
Yeah, yeah. And that was the thing, is it was like, I bit myself in the ass. It was a car payment and then a couple like Amazon Affirm payments. I, I
can't
got
be
got
you can't be buying these fleshlights on Amazon, brother.
brother. You ever try one of those things? They're no good.
Hey man, there's a market for everybody, right?
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say no good, but who needs it?
Grapefruit better. You know what I mean? Put it in the microwave.
Welcome back to another week of We Like Music Better Than You. I'm Joseph. That's Brandon. Um, you know, like, subscribe, comment. We
Well, I
recently,
don't think they will now, but
yeah, definitely not. I don't even remember what I was just about to say. Yeah, do the things. We're here for another week. Our brains are a little cooked. We spent the last weekend in Las Vegas, so we're here to
uh-huh.
talk about that a little bit today and listen to a couple songs.
You know what we should have done while we were there?
Karaoke.
Close.
What?
Watch Flintstones go to Las Vegas.
We should have watched Rugrats in Las Vegas.
Oh, dude, I have vivid memories of that as a child. The VHS tape was pure orange. Horrifying.
That and Rugrats in Paris too. I remember that with.
Oh,
And then
Paris.
the whole time we were walking around, Emily was like, "Is this the area where they did this in Rugrats in Las Vegas?" And like, yeah,
Oh, what a pure soul that M.
yeah.
What a gal you've got.
How how was your trip to Las Vegas?
Aside from the fact that I did not remember what time my own return flight was, had to buy another one,
Yeah,
and the financial ruin I inflicted upon myself, I had a great time too.
yeah, dude, Vegas is awesome.
Aside
This
from
is
the dire consequences, pretty
yeah.
cool.
This might be the first time I've ever actually like gone to Las Vegas and really enjoyed it.
It's the only time. Well, no, I these this month the two trips that I went on, but the first time in many years.
Yeah,
Only times I've ever had fun in Vegas.
yeah, man. It's a good time. It normally, so we were there for call it 3 days. We got there on a Thursday, left on a Sunday. So 3.5 days. Um, that's the longest amount of time I've ever spent in Las Vegas. And my prior experience has been by hour 36, you're like, get me the fuck out of this goddamn city.
That was not your mindset this time around. I mean, we were 2 days in, and you were just like, "Look at this fucking guy. This place rocks, dude."
This place is awesome. Yeah, dude. I was looking at it with through new eyes. I also haven't been in close to 10 years, you know?
Yeah, those
Like,
were life altering trips years ago.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that a lot of the times that I I went more times when I was underage and couldn't drink. And
Shouldn't drink.
uh shouldn't drink. Um oh brother, I could drink, let me tell you. No. Than I did when as like an of age person. And that's probably why I didn't have a good time. It's stressful. It's a lot of
It's a lot
dodging
of
security and running around. And
yeah.
this was my first time that I got to just be an adult in
Be
Las Vegas
be
and
a
enjoy
guy.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know, pretty cool. The it was easily the smoothest like airport experience I've had in a long time leaving Vegas. Um,
Tell us
yeah.
about the Las Vegas airport. I've never flown in.
So you get there immediately, slot machines, right? Um,
Promised land.
yeah, you really know when you've landed. It's like you get there, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the pisser. On the way to the bathroom, the the like smoking acceptable slot machine room, you pass through the cloud in front of that, and you're like, all right, now I'm really, you know what I mean? I'm here. We've arrived.
That's right.
Um, and yeah, you go to the Uber pit, and you Uber out of there into your do your grim work, come back.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think my
How far
departure
from
flight
where we stayed is it?
15 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they really streamlined the whole. Um, I mean, as a tourist trap should, right? Like
Yeah.
the least amount of friction between people and taking everything they're worth from them.
Yeah. For it being a nightmarish hellscape of just like crowded people, it's pretty easy to navigate if you just pay somebody.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, when I so we parted ways middle of the day Sunday, right? My
Yeah.
flight was at around 6, so I killed some time in Caesar's Palace. Killed a little too much time chasing, you know, just trying to
Yeah.
chase all of the losses back. Never do that, gamblers out there.
Did you have to?
One love.
Did you have to rush to the airport?
See, I thought it was going to be like a whole stressful rush thing because it was like 4 when I finally called the Uber. Um, and you know me, like Filipino time is late to everything, but 3 hours early
Hmm.
to the airport. So I'm
Hmm.
already an hour. You know, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
15-minute Uber, the comfort Uber. I requested quiet. You know what? He was quiet. That's a full tip right there.
Sick.
Um,
Not
yeah,
Mike was
like,
not.
oh my god, we'll get to Mike.
Yeah, we'll get to Mike.
I'm convinced that wasn't a real guy. Like that was a fucking. He was an MK Ultra. Like
That was
his
the
signal
embodiment of
turned on when we
cocaine.
got it. That was the spirit of Las Vegas. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, security check in at the airport was like 20 minutes, and then I was standing in front of the terminal playing um on my. You know they got games on phones, dude. I
Oh
was playing.
shit.
I was just playing games on my phone for like an hour because there was no seats. Like this was the most packed out. Everyone was like, "All right, I have no money left. I need to go back to Burbank,
I
California."
got... Why was everybody from Burbank this weekend?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I just assume at this point now that like since it's a 45-minute flight, any person in LA that gets bored for 15 minutes, just like, what if I booked a flight to Vegas? and then they
Yeah, what
do
if
it.
I just go to Vegas? How was the flight expensive?
Well, you book it day of, yeah. But when I booked it in advance, it was like a little over $100. So
Oh, nice. That's not bad at all.
it, like, to put it relatively speaking, if I did drive, like, that's probably, I would have
Yeah,
maybe paid more in gasoline in my
yeah.
non-efficient car. So
Was it like
worth it.
$100 each way, or?
No, like, well, I had to buy it twice. But if I didn't
Well,
miss
no,
my
I know,
return
but I
flight,
mean,
yeah, it was like a
okay,
hundred.
that's
I think a little 150 maybe with taxes and all the spagaggle.
not bad. Um, we were, yeah, I had such a nice time this time that Emily and I on the way back were like, should we go for our anniversary in February?
Dude, I mean, you know what else is in February?
What? Oh shit! Yeah, that other thing.
You know what I mean? I'm already tossing around in my mind, dude.
2 times?
I mean,
Let's go, dude. I mean,
my cousin was messaging me that last day on Instagram. He was like, he saw my like super down bad, like I'm ruined, like casino
of,
posts.
of course.
And he was like, dude, I'm so proud. We gotta go back. And I was like, well, we could get the cousins to go for my birthday in February. So, I mean,
Dude, if I'm not a cousin at this point, I don't know what's going on.
oh no, dude, you're in. You know,
Let's go.
my my cousin Mike brings around his one of his boys from college sometimes, and it's just like a big black dude. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna
you
say
couldn't
another
get
white dude.
no. But the diversity is
No, no,
there.
no. Yeah,
I don't know how my titas feel about that, but that that's not for the
neither
internet
here
to
nor
know.
there, dude. So, well, maybe we start from the beginning. Tell me about your. Well, I guess, yeah. How
Well, the
about your
beginning was
entry into Las
stressful.
Vegas?
It was stressful, just not
Why?
because of the travel. All right. Well, to preface, it was a stressful week. Got hit with a note on my door, like shortly before, like the 5 days before our trip, that we have to pack up most of our apartment and put everything in the middle because they're going to do fumigation.
Nice.
And the fumigation was the 29th. So I had to pack everything up the 28th. I had to work from my mom's house 29th, go back that night, had to unpack everything the 30th, and then pack up and go to Vegas the 31st, all while, I have a job and
Yeah.
all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's why
too
the
much.
last week's podcast was a buzzer beater. We didn't catch Halloween on East Coast time, but I'm gonna blame Caesar's Palace on that one.
We got it. Yeah, that's 100% Caesar's Palace fault. That was, we got it up at like what 8 o'clock on Halloween.
No, it was like 10 by that time. I had already we'd acquainted ourselves with drink and fun, and then we went
Oh
back
boy,
to
did
the
we?
rooms, and I was like, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna huck it, you know.
Yeah. I
Um, yeah.
what time did you get into town again?
So flight would have arrived around 6. I think I finally got in and settled around um, almost 7. Had to finish editing the podcast, which I should have done like the
Yeah,
week prior, but we out here. Um,
but you did
so
it.
yeah, it got up and out. That was cursed, dude. I don't know if you're watching this and you haven't seen the previous one, the Halloween special, I
Go
urge you to do
watch.
it.
It
Some
might be the
real
best
dark
episode.
work happened to us. Okay.
Yeah, the baby. I shan't say its name.
He never again, dude.
Something a curse was bestowed upon us last week.
The curse followed
You
us
have
to
to watch
Vegas.
until you have to watch until the end to see it. But boy, oh
My
boy,
body fell victim to the curse. You know what I mean? I don't.
Dude,
If you watch it back, you can watch me deteriorate. We had to record it over 2 days because I was suffering from food poisoning, and I
just
had to
huffing and
process
puffing.
the audio. Yeah, like I could hear myself holding the mic and just be like, because I'm succumbing to abdominal pain. I'm getting the cold
Fuck.
sweats. Yeah, it's like it's a great episode for the YouTubers. If you want to listen to it, I'm sorry. Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good one. It's very
Couple
funny.
tracks though.
Couple
A lot of, and
tracks.
some spooky stories. You know, we were doing it was a whole thing. We love spooky stories here.
Yes.
I live for
Um,
them.
but alas, eventually we got the pod up. As Brandon says, 10 o'clock in Las Vegas. By that time on Thursday night, I was drunk. So
I
I,
mean, to be fair, you were pretty put together at that point. Still, you know what I mean?
um,
You were a
yeah,
little you were a little rowdy, but I think you
yeah.
were definitely worse the next night in terms of
The
drunkenness, not
next,
in terms of like human. You know what I mean?
wait, the next night, really?
I feel like you were a little drunker then for sure, but we all were. We just
I
matched your
feel like
energy.
maybe I was just crazier the first night because the first night's when I was okay. So
That's that soju, man.
yeah, dude, exactly. We got to, Emily and I drove into town. We got there. We didn't really make any stops. Um, we walked around the casino, played a little bit, like grabbed a bite to eat, and then we went up and we were lazy in the hotel room. We got dressed, and when we were waiting for you to finish editing the pod, we started drinking. So we had brought a bunch of soju, brought like a bunch of beers and stuff, and I had already had like maybe a quarter, half a bottle of soju by the time you got there, and then we killed that plum soju together. I
Oh,
hadn't been to
it's
Vegas in a long
fantastic.
time. I don't drink often, and so I was feeling loosey goosey. And
My
then,
favorite thing is Vegas Joe is exactly like camping Joe. It's just like, oh, what time is it? Crack the bouquet. You know what I mean?
uh huh,
10:30 in the
dude,
morning. Who gives a fuck?
yeah, I'm sucking banquets down, dude.
I called it a bouquet again. My fault.
I w- I was cranking them. I uh I bought 30 of them.
Goodness.
I gave away 2 of them, and I left 2 of them in the hotel room. Um,
A little gift. A little gift for the staff.
as a little gift. No, mostly I just didn't. I was like, I'm not fucking bringing those home. I don't care who gets
You
those.
didn't
I don't
just
care if they
want to
go in the
like.
garbage.
You didn't want to. Austin 316. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude, pay a bunch of money on the room. Um,
Just do it in the bathroom, dude. Would have been chill.
yeah, dude, do it in the shower. I I'm trying to remember everything that we did the first night because that's the only night that I got like drunk.
Not
Um,
much, to be real. Not much.
that's the night that we like walked all the way to Treasure Island and like climbed
Was
on.
it?
I climbed a pole.
Oh my god, you did. You clapped. Oh, where the? We need the pictures. We need the carousel
I'll send you the
pictures.
pictures. So from what I remember that night, we did the loop across to Bellagio into Caesar's Palace, and then that's kind of where I'm like, I don't remember going to Treasure Island, but I know we walked back from there because um, I've got these pictures on my phone of me climbing a pole,
Yeah, that
um,
was at like 1 in the morning.
breaking onto a child-size merry-go-round.
I mean, they didn't really lock it up, so what did they
No,
expect?
taking some fun pictures on there, and I got a picture of me trying to like shove Emily into some like chute in the wall.
Oh
Don't
my
know what
god,
that
I
was.
remember that. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was full like there was definitely an object in there, and she was
Hmm.
like, my head will get
Yep.
stuck, and you were just like, nope, keep going,
Go. Keep
get
going.
get in there.
Get in. I and I tried to have my first White Castle experience.
Oh man, I'm so sad for you. as
Yeah.
a non-meat eater. You know what I mean?
Uh, Living in Southern California and coming from the generation of Harold and Kumar go to White Castle,
They made it look so good,
I've
dude.
always had to get my hands on those little fuckers, dude. And I've had the like microwave ones, and they're not bad from what
A
I
staple
remember.
of youth. You know,
Yeah, pretty good from what I remember.
it's
Um,
like that meme where it's like, "Are you feeling a little hungry? Just eat 18 White Castle burgers. You will not regret
yeah,
eating 18 White Castle burgers at 2 in the morning."
I I didn't feel like I was gonna, and I was pretty drunk. I went and I, I I didn't feel nauseous, but it was like I need to put food in me, but I can't put too much food in me. So I got two sliders, and it took pert near half an hour.
It was
I
insane. The wait for
it,
those.
I could not imagine. And they like when we got them when I got them, I took one bite and I said we can go.
Yeah,
Well, you know we can
it
get
was
out of
it was
here
a damn shame.
because those things were made in malice,
And
pure hatred.
not even where it was like, if they had just quickly got them out sloppy style, probably would have been delicious.
That's what I
But these
want.
were
I want them sloppy style.
meticulously crafted with hatred, you know?
They took forever to come out. When they came out, they felt like they were a day old.
Which is like, how? We were watching them cook them all up there. There
There,
was a time warp or something.
there was no God in that White Castle.
Oh no.
Not a
Not
righteous
with the
one.
slot machines going in the background, dude.
Yeah.
Vegas kicks ass.
Um. Yeah, dude. We saw quite some sights walking around. Uh, my favorite thing is all of the like Las Vegas T-shirts. You know, all
Oh
the
god.
awful sayings and shit that people have on their shirts. A couple of my favorites that I saw over the weekend were "Every lady needs a little rip in her jeans."
Yeah, see this one.
What's that mean?
It's confounding.
I don't
Like,
know what that means. And then I saw another one. I mean, this is a classic. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this one, but uh, a guy who looked like he really meant it wearing a shirt that said autistic and ready to fuck.
yeah, I mean that guy's a hero, really.
Yeah, that guy's
I
awesome.
hope he got like some action and a Rubik's cube that weekend.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Just fulfill both of
And like
his, you know.
the number one shirt that I saw all weekend clears any shirt that I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think I
Day
know which one
one,
this is.
when we were walking around, or was it, I don't remember. We were stepping right outside of Planet Hollywood, and for anyone who's been to Las
Yep.
Vegas, there are um, some steps outside of Planet Hollywood and like a little escalator ramp thing. And so I'm going down that. I'm talking to Brandon. I turn around, and what is in front of me but the most beautiful, beautiful
Ugh.
T-shirt I've ever seen. It's made of that like terrible polyester, or not even polyester. I don't even know what the fabric is, but like that awful like Amazon all over print like T-shirt material, like almost like a sports
Yeah.
jersey shiny material shirt. Uh, just the Joker, the Junker, baby, AI
The
Joker face on the whole
Jongleur,
thing.
dude. The
Yeah,
whole, and this was like, this wasn't on a young man either. You know what I mean?
Oldman, and it was over a button-up shirt,
What if it was you in the future and you saw like yourself?
and he was trying to find me to stop me.
Yeah. To change his ways. He would have known if it worked because
Well,
his shirt would have changed to a flannel instead of the Joker long sleeve.
the top the Junker shirt would have disintegrated off the top, and he would have just been in a button up and khakis. It's
Yeah,
locked
dude.
onto him. He's cursed, dude. That's the baby's curse.
Oh shit. We just figured it out. Anyways, Joe's got a picture. Here it is.
I'll send it in. Yeah.
Wow.
Um.
Horrendous.
But yeah, dude. The first night I flew a little too close to the sun, and I paid for it in the morning.
Oh, see, I never see. You were telling me about how rough of a morning it was, but I didn't have to bear witness. You know, I was in my own world. I was working a little bit, got a coffee, sat at the bubble craps for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I I woke up. I mean, I don't need to explain it. People have had hangovers before. I was just feeling pretty awful, and like I said, I don't drink often, so it hit me pretty fucking hard.
But then you were good for the rest of the weekend,
Yeah, because I
right?
was. Yeah, I mean, I was smart. I like still drank, but I didn't really overdo it. Um, I was chugging liquid IVs and a lot of water.
I think if the White Castle wasn't disgusting, you would have been fine that next morning. You know what I mean?
Dude, maybe
The little
that is
burgers would have
also
just
it.
soaked it all up.
That's also it. Is I didn't go to like I didn't eat anything before going to bed. It was just booze in my tummy, dude.
It's the worst possible thing.
Worst possible thing. So I made a rookie mistake. But
Although
then smooth
conversely,
sailing.
you don't want to do what I did every night, and that is like get a stupid amount of um, the only vegan food you can find, and then
Yeah.
like gorge yourself at 2:30 in the morning, and then be like, "Well, now I guess I'm just up for another 2 hours."
Yeah, no. I can't do that. I also we have different appetites. As I've said before, I am not a real eater. I can't claim that title.
If you know, you know. All right,
I'm a
real ones
weak
know I be taking down the food back in the day. I'm a little better these
but
days. I'm a
here's
recovering
the thing
eater.
though. If I'm like I know I'm going to eat and I'm going to like eat a lot, give me some time, I'll pop a little edible.
So there you go.
Can't stop me. A buffet hate to see me coming on an edible.
Oof. Most things hate to see you coming on an edible. Just a man on a mission. He's pushing
It's,
people out of the way.
it's
He's
true.
getting upset in elevators. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I yeah. Um what else did we do in Las Vegas, Brandon?
Uh, well,
Tell us about
aside
your
from
experience of night 1
night one,
or whatever.
night one actually wasn't that bad. Came out on the gambling side a little bit up. Paid for a couple of drinks, so that the financial ruin hadn't hit yet. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was a nice little um, break from the normal L's that I'd be taking on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Um,
Night 1
can't
actually
say the
was
rest.
the only night that I like made money. And then the rest was just like I maintained until we left.
Yeah, I mean, I made most of my first cash out work for me. The net like the next 2 days, and then after you guys left, I was just on tilt. Like I need to chase this dragon, brother. You know,
Yeah, that's a problem, man. Don't do
I
that.
mean, I said to myself, listen, buddy, you're doing this. You're not going to do this again for at least 6 months, even if you go back before then. All right, you're budgeting. You're eating
I bet you
normal amounts of food.
I bet you they have something about that in the pamphlets that they have on
Oh
top
yeah,
of the.
yeah, dude. You got to stop when the fun does.
But did you?
Well, I had to catch a flight. You know what I mean?
Oh, buddy. Um,
It wasn't that bad, but it
no, it
was
was not.
disappointing.
Before we get into anything else, we might as well play some music.
Good. I have a song. Do you have a song?
Play a song.
All right. So I'm gonna play you a little track by the Queen of Korea, IU.
Mm,
She's like if all right. She's not quite like Taylor Swift in that she's about as big there, but not that's not her vibe. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like she's not the teenage drama queen. I mean, she's got ballads. She's got pop tracks.
Okay.
She's a real go getter. This IU. Um, but this is a song you're gonna love. This is a song called "Coin," and it's about gambling. You're Well, you ever hear about that? You ever seen that? Hear about that?
Love the stuff.
I mean, it's fantastic. Just I'm just gonna search for it directly here.
I actually
You
don't condone gambling
coin.
to people listening. Don't waste your fucking money. It's a
I
huge waste of time.
strongly recommend not gambling, but I am Asian, so I do what I was born to do. This is called Coin by IU. Come on. Incredible.
It's fun.
So it's playing in my head the whole
Couldn't be
weekend.
for me ever.
Can't die, dude. I'm all in. Born to be gambler, dude.
I really want to enjoy K-pop.
It's not, you don't enjoy regular pop that much, so
Yeah, I like specific things.
it's understandable that it's not as approachable for you.
Yeah. Sounds like a track that should have been playing in the Cosmo.
True.
Best casino in Vegas.
It was pretty cool. They always come back.
My internet's been fucking up. Well, just this week because of all the wind. So
Oh yeah, I've heard that it's been super
Yeah.
extra windy in them
Yeah.
in them their parts.
it's not necessarily these parts, but a little further. Camarillo's on fire.
Chatsworth.
No. Like
Camarillo's
all
on
of it.
fire?
Yeah.
I did not know
like
that.
tons of it.
That
yeah.
sucks.
Really bad. That was a good song.
I won't remember.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
one of my favorites. When she said "Born to Be Gambler," the first time I heard that song, I wasn't even a gambler yet, but I was like, "This is my shit." I felt that.
I struggle with. This has nothing to do with it being K-pop. I personally have as much as I have fun sitting down at a slot machine, making a spin at a roulette table. Things about gambling make me feel really icky.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing is icky. You're just wasting time,
Yeah.
money. It's soul crushing if you're just taking L
Yeah.
after L.
And that's mostly what you do in your gambling.
So,
But boy, is it fun when you're doing it.
I mean, somehow, well, they keep the free drinks
They're,
flowing
like,
if you're
not
doing it right.
They're not free though.
It's like a consolation
Yeah.
prize. Well, they keep the drinks
Yeah.
flowing.
Dude,
How does that
speaking of
sound?
free
Is that better?
drinks, you missed out because you can't take this boy away from a craps machine. We all went to go get a drink together.
You really can't. It's a problem.
We all went to go get a drink together, and we walked up to one of the bars in the Caesar's Palace, and I walk up to the bar right as I'm about to order. The bartenders are like kind of ignoring us, and then one of them just like ducks under the bar and then comes back up with an armful of beers. And I was like,
The beer fairy.
what are we doing here? What's happening? And then she just started
What are you
putting
doing- what are you
beers
doing with
in
those?
front of us, and I was like looking around. I was like, am I in front of someone? Like, did I just cut
getting
someone in line?
punked? Yeah.
And then the bartender looks at me and is just like, that lady over there just bought everybody beers. And I was like, yeah, I'll take a beer. So I pick one up.
No, what
So
was this lady?
I pick one up. We all grab one. And the lady like stands up and she's like, hey, everybody, I work for Corona. Everybody have a good night. And so we just had some Corona rep sitting at the bar who put some beers on a company card for everybody sitting at the bar. And because there weren't many people there, I ended up snagging a bunch of them. Well, I snagged two of them. I snagged one for you, one for me, and then I grabbed one and turned around to some old guy who was standing behind me with like a "It's my birthday" sash on, and I was like, "Hey, brother, you want a free beer?" And he looked at
That
me
guy
and went,
rocks.
"What the fuck?"
That was also
Yeah.
you from the future. You're like every alternate timeline version of you was running
Yeah.
around that night. You know what I
Um,
mean?
lady was awesome though.
He took off the Joker shirt and he had the sash under it.
He's
You know?
or what if they're trying to stop each other? They're alternate reality versions of me.
Oh my god! And you killed them both somehow
I
that night.
did. I drowned them in liquor. I but like this lady was so weird about it that like I was thanking her and she was like, "Yeah, but it's whatever." And James
Get out of my face! I don't
James
want
went
to talk
over
to
and
you.
was like
You're
trying to thank
stinky.
her and he was just like, "Oh, what's your name?" And she was like, "It doesn't matter. Have a good night."
I'm
Yeah.
literally a corporate shill. I'm gonna
Who
leave
fucking
now.
cares? Go. And like dude, that night
Yeah.
Caesar's Palace was
That's her only job is to go around that night and give free
if it
drinks to
was
everybody for Corona.
fine, I benefited from it and I'm glad. But that same night we were up at another bar getting drinks. And as I'm standing there, this like girl just pushes past Emily, right past me, and comes up right next to me. And I look, and she's just bawling, and she's like, Did I
Oh
leave my
my
debit
god.
card here?" And the bartender who's helping me is like in the middle of making drinks, and he's like, "Who helped you?" And then she like points at a guy across the bar, and he like looks over his shoulder and was like, "I don't know. Did you ask him?" Like, uh, why the fuck would I know if you left your card here? And it doesn't matter. Eventually, he ends up helping her. But that girl, God, I hope she had a good night. Because 20 minutes before seeing her in shambles and crying, I watched her walk past us going, "Ah," and like cheering with her friend. So
Oh my
she
god.
had,
That was a life lesson. You just watched a core
I did.
memory happen. You know what I
I
mean?
did. Yeah. Seeing all the people.
It's probably her like
Yeah, or
21st
something like
birthday.
that. I mean, she did seem very young, but like seeing all the people standing out in all the lines waiting for the clubs is what a waste, because that's what she was clearly doing.
You'd have to
Yeah,
pay me.
that's what I was saying to Emily. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not opposed to the idea of going to a club, but I'm not waiting in a line for hours, and I'm not paying exorbitant amount of monies to get into a club, and I'm getting drunk first. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. See, you know how I did. The only reason I was coaxed into it in my trip in the beginning of the month, last month rather. Um, so we were guest listed because Caboose's lady over there in the other room has a connection. So we got guest listed, and then we paid like I think it was $100 or something for like an all you can drink
Okay.
situation. Um, which turned out to be kind of a
Yeah.
scam because it was really all you could drink for like 2 hours. Um, and like from one of the specific bars in this like huge place
Fuck
with
that.
four different ones. So that bar was always packed, right? So I really only got like I got like four drinks out of it, but they were
They were
like
light.
a drink
Yeah.
for an ant, you know? Yeah, I got shafted a little bit on that, but I didn't have to wait in line. Like the guest list thing was amazing. I would not have waited in line otherwise because I don't really give a fuck about Millennium,
Is that the bar?
um, or
Or what? Oh, sorry, that's
Cascade.
that DJ. What bar did you
The
go to?
the no, it was
What the
Zook
fuck?
in Resorts World. So Resorts World's brand new. It actually is pretty cool in
I've heard
there,
good things.
but Yeah. It seems like a really young happening
Yeah,
pad.
I want to go back to Vegas soon.
Pretty empty when I went, but
Let's
February, dude.
go.
Let's do it. We'll
I
run it back.
got you know, queue up a track. I got one for you.
I would love to.
It's got nothing to do with Vegas.
Doesn't have to, brother.
And I've been listening to it like crazy. This whole album. I texted you about it the other day. I'm sure you did not listen to it.
Wait,
the first
what did I
Chat
not listen
Pile
to?
album that came out, or the last Chat Pile album that came out.
Oh, I didn't listen to.
You know,
Yeah,
the one before this new one. I liked a little bit of it. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. But it didn't really grab me. I listened all the way through this new album that just came out, and I get it. Fully get it. I think when I texted you, I said it reminds me of if the Melvins had a crazy madman rambling and also parts that kind of sound like Gaza sometimes.
So it's like the
No. Still weirder. In a different way, though.
I mean, yeah, it's like Melvin's is already.
I won't
for the
say
freaks,
weirder.
but
I'll
Chat
say
Pile's
different
for the
weird.
freaks for real.
But it's going to be the track Tape.
This is going to be Tape by Chat Pile off of their latest album, Cool World.
Yeah.
It's also a pretty good K-pop song called Cool World by Red Velvet, dude. You know that? You hear about that? Not a lot of people know that. Oh, he's hitting the heart. Let's go. This is Tape.
And I'm going to go piss, so you go ahead and sit with that.
What tuning is that? Yeah.
This is the part that got me.
Happening? It's so
It really
strange.
is. It's like noisy. It's heavy. It's kind of groovy.
But groovy.
But would you say that my description is an apt description?
In a way, yes. But here's what you know what it sounds like to me. I'll get into it in exactly 22 seconds. Okay. Here's what it is. All right. Now, Chat Pile. I say this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot. I say this as an appreciator. Chat Pile is Primus for the sexually active.
Hard penis music.
That's right. Fully torqued.
Bricked up. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see you.
This is Primus.
Yeah, all right. I'm with you. See, that's my problem with Primus. Is Primus definitely does not fuck.
It does not fuck. Primus is literally what no
it's
pussy
so
does
true.
to a motherfucker.
Chat Pile might be what too much crazy pussy do to a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, Chat Pile is what that crazy blue hair
That's
them
exactly
pussy
what I
does
was
to a
gonna
motherfucker,
say.
You know what I'm saying? I might have to cut that one out. But...
Chat Pile here. Let me take another run at it. Chat Pile is what art school pussy does to you.
I'm not cutting any of this out now. This is all factual. This is science and facts.
That's SFL, brother. Science, facts, and logic. South Florida, brother.
Shouts out to South Florida one time, dude. Holy shit. That was a good track though. I don't know what the quality. I don't know what the music quality is doing today, but I don't have the mental capacity to deal with it.
It might have something to do with
brother.
the internet connection and shit. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, mine hasn't been
Might could
stellar
be.
either. So, infrastructural issues.
Who knows? Oh,
Who knows, man? What do we do on day
day
two?
2 was the day that James and Grace got there.
I know day two's over at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
that
day
was pretty
2
quick.
was mostly just chilling, waiting for James and Grace to show up. I was
Recover.
hungover, and then we went out again that night, just kind of doing the Vegas thing, hopping casino to casino, uh, gambling, drinking.
Is that the night I
I
had to
think
bail?
that is, yes, that's the night that you went back early.
Yeah. So you went through it that first night. It came to me later in a dream. The
It
Taco
came
Bell
to me in a
canteen had
vision.
ruined me too. With cinnamon twists and fucking Baja Blast.
The Baja,
What do they
it's
call it?
the yeah, it's
The
just
adult
a
Baja Blast.
alcoholic Baja Blast, brother. It was those are awesome. I love those things.
They call it
Oh
something. I think
yeah,
it's a
but
twisted
you
Baja Blast or
you
something.
got the extra shot. Shouldn't have got the extra shot.
Well, I'm not gonna waste the
Yeah, you didn't.
opportunity,
It's
dude.
not that you shouldn't get the extra
You
shot.
know what I mean?
You didn't need the extra shot.
I I didn't.
Yeah,
Me in particular, in that moment, absolutely
yeah.
did not need that extra shot. So I had to bail early that night, let them do their thing because I got the wobbly legs as soon as we got to fuck. Where did we
We
end
ended
up
up
after that?
at Caesar's Palace again.
No, we didn't. We went the
Oh,
opposite
that's
way.
right. We walked down to the MGM. Yes, we walked.
That's what that was. I was in the MGM
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah. We walked
5
down to the
minutes.
MGM, wandered around there for a little bit, and then yeah, we didn't really touch that part of the strip very much. Then you wandered back, and then that night, actually, every single night except for the first night, every time after everybody parted ways, Emily and I would get back to our hotel room, and I mean, I'm sure other people experience this too, but Emily is always like never that drunk until we get back to the room, and then it's like, oh, I can't lay down, can't do this right now, and so both night 2 and night 3 we went out again by ourselves. Um, so
I get it.
I looked, dude. I walked. Okay, now this is not exact because I had to calculate it by how many steps I took from the weekend. If you had to
Mm-hmm.
guess uh, roughly how many miles I walked this weekend, how many would you guess?
Well, considering was averaging around almost 20,000 a day, that's about 10 ish, almost 10 maybe. You walked a little more than I did, I think, the first couple days. So I'm gonna say you did at least 10 a day. You walked probably 30 miles
45
that
miles,
weekend.
brother. Yeah.
Oof. Way
And
to go, dude.
give or take, I
Good for
say
you,
take
man.
probably call it 40 miles, but my I was
A lot.
feeling it. It fucking hurt.
Well, I mean, you're walking around in
The
chucks
chucks
for
were to
40
save me.
miles.
I was
That's
walking
like,
in those boots, dude.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
worser. That's way
I
worser. My docs were
No,
killing me by
the
the end of the
chucks
weekend.
were a necessity. That was a dream for me.
Oh man, those chucks.
All right,
I
so
had a
that's
pair with
yeah. I was
wolves
just
once.
gonna say, why don't you tell the people
Mhm.
about Mike and our day at Area 15,
um.
Area 15. Sorry, dude.
Oh, yeah. Don't fucking say it wrong, dude. All right.
Yeah, Mike
They'll
will.
shoot
Just
you.
Mike, apparently.
The the government. He's not allowed to buy a gun. Well, at least he's definitely he definitely has. Um. We just okay. So it is now day Saturday. It's day 2.5.
Yeah.
Um, it has been decided because we realized the haunted museum is lit
Yeah.
and couldn't go. that we were going to go to Area 1-5. And if you're
It's Area
unfamiliar,
15.
like I was, it it's a rave venue that's been injected with corporatism, even though it's artists that do it.
Yeah.
So the vibes are weird. Everything about it, like on paper, kind of sucks. Like just in terms of what it is and what it does. But then you're in there, you're like, this is some pretty cool shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It's a mixed bag of emotions, but it is very cool stuff. It is you are contributing to like
yes.
artists in a way. I'm sure like everyone else gets a cut more than the
I thought
artists
it was
do,
really
but
cool. I thought that if I was going to do it differently, I would have eaten beforehand.
100%.
I would have probably either drank a little more before we went, or I would have gotten a little high before we went. I
Also true.
And honestly, I wish. The one thing that I did not appreciate about this place is that the website is like vaguely intentional, or like intentionally vague about what you get at each tier
Mm-hmm.
and what. Yeah,
Master marketing,
and
dude.
at the tier that we bought, all it says is like you get access to the like one of the main attractions, blah blah blah, and then like um whatever. It ends. It says a bunch of like random nonsense. We get there, and that first tier is like, wait, this is like actually not at all what I read it was online. And I'm probably wrong, but I swear that I saw the thing that I was looking at on their website that Omega Mart was included in the tier one. Um. Anyways, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter.
Apparently
So yeah, like
not for us. In that on that day in particular, they were like,
yeah,
you
it doesn't
guys are
matter.
not
That was
allowed.
kind of the main thing that I actually wanted to see. Um, and we didn't end up getting to do that. So that was the first like bummer. The things that we did see though were still very
Yeah.
very cool. Um, the game thing was silly, but you know if you hand me a fucking iPad with puzzles on it, dude, oh brother, am I happy? They
They
got
got
games
games
on
on
those
those
things.
things,
So
dude.
yeah,
That's crazy.
we played this
Yeah,
game
the
where yeah,
augmented
some
reality
augmented
game.
reality game where they give you this 3D printed thing holding an iPhone that you walk around with the camera, and there's these symbols on the walls that you have to scan it and then solve a little puzzle to unlock it and complete a series of puzzles to unlock something in the end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who actually wants to go, but um, that was really fun. I enjoyed doing that, as silly as it was. Uh, I really liked the um the last thing we did. The like guy from the Blue Man groups.
Yeah,
It
although
did
it did
kill
kill
James.
James,
Yeah,
but
R.I.P. James. I'm
sorry.
sorry. I had a lot of fun. That was cool. That was
That was one of the
that was
coolest
very
things
very
for
fun.
sure. I would do it again. I misconstrued the game thing that we started off in, and it because everything it's like, um, you scan one of the symbols, and it's like this is kind of a pissant symbol for babies.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that, but it's like this is a low hanging fruit one, and I thought, okay, I'll just go around and find the non low hanging fruit ones, but none of them are like you have to do
Yeah.
all the ones that we did to get to the end, and then it's like, well, if you want to
Yeah.
keep going,
It just
there's
like
harder ones.
scales through them. It doesn't matter which one you start with.
Yeah, which is like is misleading because you get to any of them and they're like,
Yeah.
this one's
And I think I
babies, by the
made
way.
I'm
You know what I mean? So I wasted time walking to all of them, and like they're all
oh
like that. And I
yeah.
was like, okay, well, I'll just do them now because
No,
I'm
I did
out of
like
runway.
5 of them. I finished the game and I was like, "Cool. What's next?" Oh, Brandon. You know what we have to drop in here?
Mhm.
Uh The
laser beams?
beams. Yeah, dude. So, well, you explain.
You forward
You
me
go.
that
Yeah, I
email.
will. You
CC
go
me.
ahead and explain the game to
Yeah.
people.
So one of the attractions that you get with your poor person's level 1 package that costs
Jesus, yeah.
$60. Yeah, that's the bottom of the barrel package for
And also, before you
brokies.
say it does explicitly say on their website
okay.
that like, oh, entry to like the 0 tier is free, and there's still some cool stuff to do. Nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
food. You can eat at the restaurant.
you can come into the hotel
Yeah.
lobby for free. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, we didn't do all the stuff that we
No,
were
we didn't.
entitled to do. I'm sure it's
It
worth the
definitely
$60,
was.
but it's
Yeah.
stuck in my craw a little bit.
We're just supreme haters.
But one of the things you can do, well, hate better than they do. That's true. Fuck, what was it called? It was like some kind of laser maze, which, like, not really. There was nothing
I mean, you had to
labyrinthine
navigate
about
through
it.
it from end to end.
You did, I guess, in
is
a
a
way
maze.
that's a maze, but there's no, it's not
No.
the shining like
No.
bush
But there's different types
maze.
of mazes. But that
You know
was
what I mean?
yes. It was your Mission Impossible maze.
Yeah, and I did enjoy that you could be on team either I need to break
Yeah.
all the lasers or I need to avoid them. Which is what I ended up doing. I can't remember which
We
one
avoided
you and
the
Em,
lasers, but
Emily
touched a
okay.
lot of them.
It did look pretty
Wait,
fun.
you broke the
Let me
lasers?
tell you.
Okay, yeah.
No, I also went. I wanted to do Mission Impossible style, and they record you the whole time. This boy here, Joseph, went in
so
first.
I didn't know we were being recorded
with his lady Emily. Yeah, they had no idea. And so I'm standing there with our other companions, James and Grace, looking up at this screen and just watching Joey and Emily. I mean, they're affected at this point. This is Las Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? They've had some things in their bloodstream going on. They were locked in.
Honestly,
but I watched.
I think I could navigate a laser maze.
You certainly did, buddy, and it was very entertaining to watch. We all had a great time judging and laughing at each performance. I believe I went last. I did pretty well. Like I think if I was some sort of cat burglar, I would not wear a chain wallet because that's what got me out. Turns out chain wallets and lasers hate chain wallets.
I think a lot of you guys know cat burglars in that situation don't really put their hands on their hips and just stare at the laser.
And here it is.
Oh my god. And then you gotta
Dude, are you telling me if you were in a cat burglar situation you wouldn't stop and think? You know?
And then you gotta drop in the clip of me hitting him with the John Lennon.
Man. Oh dude, the John Lennon that I'm gonna try and GIF that and just let it, you know what I mean? I'll put it in a corner or something.
It was good. It was awesome.
Unprompted too, like to no one, like he had no idea he was being recorded. He just
his body just did that. When I'm finally super rich, the day that I become the next Chris Angel, and I get to live, at the top of Planet Hollywood, I'm gonna say, put the laser maze up here. I want the laser maze in my house.
I
Yeah.
need the laser maze up here. All right, is that fair? Is that okay?
I'm gonna make them
all right?
turn
I need
one
you
of the
to pick a
rooms into
card.
laser maze for me, and that's all I'm gonna do.
It's his workout for the day. His
Hey
laser
man,
maze.
you put in a good 30 minutes in the laser maze. You're probably
I
sweating.
mean, I was sweating already, dude. I had a sweater on. I did not prepare
No.
properly for the situation.
um,
But it's a cool place. Like I it turns out I had heard about it before going. I didn't realize it was at Area 51. I
okay,
heard
yeah,
about Omega Mart, right? And so that I did recognize, and then upon getting there and seeing how everything is like, oh, if you're poor, you can't go into this one. I was like, all
yeah.
right, well,
I mean,
that's a bummer.
I think the highest tier, which was like access to every single thing, and I think it was like multiple days. Like you could, this is your weekend, you know. Um, I think that was like $200, which
Yeah.
like if you have kids, that's probably a good cool thing to do in Vegas.
Well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't require getting tore up
Yeah,
and
exactly. And you
gambling.
can spend that money you would spend gambling, have fun with the family, but also, why are you going to Vegas if you're going on a family trip? But yeah,
Yeah, go to Disney
shit.
World or some shit.
It was
To be
cool.
honest.
I would recommend it if you're in town. I recommend going through and actually doing the things. Like do everything. I would go back
I
too.
go back. You know, I would rather they charged everyone like $10 to get in, and then you just get all the things, as opposed to tierifying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you'd make a lot of money. They'd probably have a bigger draw that way. But who knows?
That's
I'm
way
not
bigger
a
of a draw.
marketing guy, and
Yeah.
I don't. There's a reason I don't run a business. So, or well, anyway.
Yet. Well, actually, yeah, you're your own art
Yeah,
business.
yeah. I'm
Sir.
an art business, sir.
An art business CA.
One, one.
The Blue Man Group guy thing, though,
Yes,
to revisit.
please.
Is that what you were gonna do? Were you gonna transition to that?
I was, and that was so fucking cool. And also, I would like to point out how very funny it is that on this podcast, I was sitting here like, dude, we should go see the Blue Man Group. And you were like, that's fucking stupid. And then
No fucking way.
right before we were going to
Because
leave,
it
we were like, Brandon's like, oh, wait, let's go into this thing. And we walk in, and up on the wall, it's like, this is one of the guys from the Blue Man Group. And I didn't say it, but in my head, I was like, we got him.
yeah,
We fucking got him.
I fucking got him.
Because all
Ain't
that
that
music
about
that
a
was
bitch,
playing,
dude.
like that's Blue Man Group music. That's what they sound like.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, just crazy sampled electronic
With
bassy,
the voice of a 90s motivational tape.
things. Yeah, that was wild, dude. Whoever read that was
Yeah.
They were saying some wild shit, but the visuals were cool. It can be a little bit. It can make you a little nauseated if you're in there with the wrong
Maybe
mindset.
it's me. Maybe it's my eyeballs and my glasses. But I put on those glasses that they gave you to go in there. And like when I was looking at the art in the hallways before we went into the attraction with them, I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy. But then once we got in there,
Yeah,
I don't really think they did anything.
yeah. To get the full. Like, this is a life hack for you, Area 15ers.
Yeah, you gotta-
right. Is you get the glasses from
Museum
what the fuck was that
Fiasco
thing
or
called?
whatever. Yeah.
The Mirror
There are
World,
several mirrors in the mirror
Yeah.
world.
which is just that's basically what that is. It's there's no museum. There's no Fiasco really. It's just a
Yeah.
big warehouse with
Yeah.
many mirrors.
Oh, and dude, we walked into
That's
this
about it.
room filled with mirrors, and like, I'm standing in there waiting for something to happen because I'm like, what? what's the point of this room? And
Yeah, I thought it was like we kept going or something. You know what I mean? I was like, this. Where's the
yeah,
museum?
like
Where's the
I thought
fiasco?
maybe we walked out of it before whatever was supposed to happen happened, but we were in there for a little bit. But we're walking through this mirrored room, tripping out, and I look over in the corner of it, and I see that they've just got this poor girl stationed in
Oh my
there
god! Yeah.
with one of those like 360 selfie things, and I was like, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go take a 360 selfie. I'll maybe
It
we'll
looked
drop
like a
that
great
into.
time. You know what though? If you
I
got it,
will.
CC me. Here's the thing though. I just thought about this now. That whole room is a fucking psychomantium, brother. That's a portal to the other side,
Ah,
dude.
dude, that's where the Junker was released from.
There's gotta. He walked out of there like the fucking Terminator when he got zapped into existence, naked as hell at the biker bar. You ever watch movies, dude?
Actually, the only movie I've ever
Um,
watched is Terminator 2.
but yeah, that's
Dude,
pretty
it's
good
filmed in
movie.
Canoga Park.
SFB. Yeah, that there's got to be when the night falls on Area 15. I know that there's specters
Most
the
certainly
mirror
a
world.
ghoul, a
You know,
ghast. Yeah. A haint.
you can't be putting mirrors on mirrors
Mm-mm.
like that. It ain't right.
Mm-mm.
Haints in a
They don't
holler
like that.
even.
No, nary
Come
a
on,
holler in Las Vegas.
nary a
Except for
holler,
me
nary a
hollering at
holler
the
for sure.
slots, brother. You know what
Yeah, man.
dude,
Buffalo.
unrelated. So like that night after going to Area 15, that's the night that night was a lot of fun. Actually, that was the night that we all went out together, um, partied, went to various casinos, and had our I think a pretty quintessential Las Vegas night. But
Truly.
Emily had some very hilarious moments in Las Vegas. She's a very beautiful girl. Occasionally, when she's sitting at a slot machine, a drunk man will like to come and talk to her.
Accosted by rats,
Truly,
dude.
and you know, I'm not the type to walk over and be like, "What are you fucking doing, bro? You talking to my girl?" Like, I don't know. She can handle herself. She's a big girl. I'll step in if I have to.
All you, I'll say this. If it's like your run of the mill
Yeah.
middle aged white guy, all you have to do is walk up with your sleeveless shirt and
What's
be like,
up?
"Hey."
What's good, brother?
"What's up, dude?"
Sup, fucker. Actually, that's Emily.
You know what I mean?
Anytime that like dudes would look at her when she would just go, "Sup, fucker."
Yeah,
But
that's incredible.
at one point, she's
That's
sitting
amazing.
at a slot machine, and you saw it. She had this long, extendable cigarette holder that she brought. So she's got this thing. She got a
got the
cigarette in this
extendo,
big
dude.
ass cigarette holder. A little drunk. Got $20 in a slot machine. She's just hitting it. And right as she hits the like feature on this Buffalo Run machine that she's playing on, some guy walks up and is like trying to make like small talk with her and trying to make like quotes from Breakfast at Tiffany's because of the cigarette holder.
Yeah, because that's really gonna land with anybody under the
Yeah,
age
dude,
of
just being a real
45.
dork. And Emily, all she said to him was, "Can you hang on a second, bud? I'm about to make a little bit of money." And yeah, dude, coolest
Emily's
girl ever.
awesome, dude.
I love her. And
That's
he just like,
spectacular.
"Oh, I'm sorry," and just walked away.
I mean, there's harder
Yeah,
ways to be let
100%.
down, dude. He didn't have
And
to
she
be like
really
that.
just said, "Hang on, I'm hitting the feature, brother." That's all.
Yeah, I'm making
Yeah,
that
dude.
money, dude. I've been told off in much worse ways, dude, for
Yeah,
not even
for
doing
just
anything,
existing.
for not even saying words.
I
Truly, dude, I was at Lock and Key one night, and it was packed to the
Yeah.
gills, right? Like sardines, we were in this outdoor bar lounge situation. I went by
Hmm.
myself because I was bored, and it's down the street. So I get in there, it's packed. I'm having a pretty terrible time, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this drink. I'm gonna stand here, and then I'm gonna put it away and leave. So I stand in the same spot, have the drink, and I turn to go put my glass on the bar so that I can walk out. And one of these people that I had been like crushed near into for like the past 5 minutes just turns around and she's like, "Can you get away from us?" I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm really
Yeah.
actually
Yeah. I'm
leaving.
fucking
Like,
leaving.
sorry,
Yeah.
it's my fault.
I don't need any of that.
I didn't even
That's
say
insane.
anything."
What the fuck?
It was
Oh my
horrendous.
god. At one point, Emily and I went down. This was Saturday night. Everybody had gone to bed. I believe you had gone to bed.
I
Well,
wasn't. I
no, but
wasn't asleep,
you
dude.
were no longer with us. We had all parted ways. Yeah,
I
yeah. Brandon
passed
had
on to the
passed.
other side.
Um, we went back down. We were wandering around Planet Hollywood, and Emily and I like parted ways for a second. We were wandering around like looking for slots to play, and I sit down at one. I'm playing for a little bit. Um, I think I hit like $20 or whatever, and then I like cashed out, and I walk back over to find Emily. As I'm walking, like I don't know where she is. I don't know which slot machine she's at. I'm just walking back in that general direction, and they've got the slot machines that are like four-sided, so I can see that
Mhm.
someone.
A
Yeah,
panopticon, but
I can see
inverse,
that
dude.
someone is on the other side of one that I can't see, and someone's like standing next to them, like watching the slots roll. And it's like this dude with long hair, like some fucking gamer t-shirt, and the bluest
My
mouth you've
man.
ever seen.
From
He had a
what?
slushy, like a big old slushy.
Oh, it was my
Yeah,
man's was
dude,
on the daiquiri,
he went
dude.
to the Tipsy Robot. He was having a good time, dude. Um, so this
Jesus
man's
fuck.
fucked up, bluest mouth I've ever seen. So blue that I saw it and went, "Oh my god!" Like out loud to myself, went, "Oh my god!" And I keep walking, and slowly I'm like, can see around to the other side, and I see Emily sitting at that slot machine, and I go, "Oh no!" And I didn't even say anything.
She just gets an
I
audience
mean,
wherever
beautiful
she
girl with pink
goes,
hair.
dude.
Unfortunately, men think that that's an invitation. Um, so I didn't even like say anything. I just walked over and like sat down at the like little bench on the slot next to her, and like looked over and like nodded at the guy, and he took the hint. He walked away, but apparently he came and stood next to Emily and was like, "You shouldn't be playing this slot machine. This one's a scam." And Emily was like, "Hey, brother, I think they're all a scam," and just turned back to playing.
What a
Yeah,
pickup line. Don't do
yeah.
this. I
But
can save
my
you.
girlfriend,
We should both be playing
yeah, dude, you
Huff and
should be
More
on Huff and
Puff.
Even More Puff. My girlfriend rocks, and if you approach
An
her
idiot.
as a dumb person, she will bully you.
And if your mouth is blue,
Dude,
pack it up,
that
brother.
he needed to go to bed. It
You're
was
gone for
like
the night.
2:30, 3 a.m. My brother, it's bedtime. Go get you.
His mouth. They say his mouth
Oh,
is
it
blue to
has to
this
be,
day.
dude. He needed an Earl sandwich, and he needed to be tucked in.
Let me tell you what I. One of the nights we parted ways, I was like, all right, I need food. Um, and I ordered Nacho Daddy, which I didn't know was
Yeah,
walking
but
distance
it was a whole sit down thing.
because I. I ordered. I postmated that and I was like playing bubble craps until it showed up, and I was like, this isn't gonna go well. First of all, I know that for a fact because I'm in the lobby of Planet Hollywood, and I know there's no easy way for a
No.
Postmate to like
Oh yeah,
handle it.
dude.
But I went through the whole process, got it from the valet area, and then found out the next day that like instead of waiting 35 minutes in the lobby playing bubble craps, I could have walked 10 minutes to pick it up myself, and that's what I did the
Yeah,
next night.
that's true.
You got to know
Dude,
your surroundings, folks.
how crazy
You
was
got to
the
figure it
delivery
out.
fee in Las Vegas?
Can't remember. I was drunk,
That's what's up.
so not that bad. Maybe.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? I might have even gotten a free drink while I was waiting. So
Yeah, dude, I really want to go back soon. I'd
tomato,
like to,
tomato.
you know, I'd like to go back, maybe have like a slightly more chill time, but also, you know,
Yeah, I mean, we got to do the ghosts.
I got to see the
We
ghosts.
got to see the ghosts and the spirits.
I'd also maybe like to go when the only inconvenience of the entire trip was that all the Formula One stuff was set up.
all the
So
Formula
like
One
some of the
shit,
bridges
yeah.
were closed. It was a little harder to get over to like Caesars and the Bellagio and everything, even from directly across the street from it. But what are you gonna do? Still had a great time.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty cool. Yeah, the walking the walkability is fucked at the moment. I fully got lost on my trip without you guys trying to just
Oh right,
leave
yeah,
Caesars, and I ended up I walked out, ended up in like the concrete menagerie of
yeah.
uh
But
nothingness that connects Bellagio and Caesars, and then I walked back, and then
hopefully
it was a
now
whole
you
thing.
realized wherever you get to, you just follow the sign that says Las Vegas Boulevard. As long as you can make it out to the boulevard, everything's pretty easy to navigate.
Here's the thing, brother. As long as I make it to the Caesars Palace, that's all I
There's
need
better
to be.
places to gamble, dude. You don't gotta go to Caesars.
I know.
I
Just
get
it
it.
feels cozy
I
there.
like the
I know the
Cosmo.
layout.
So see this for me this time, Caesar like that there was that whole area that was like closed off and sectioned off, and it was way different from
Mhm.
it was
That was weird. Yeah, I didn't. That
yeah, and
wasn't
like
there
some
the last
things
time.
were like kind of different from the last time I was there, so it was a little weird, but it was cool. I liked it.
The Cosmos seems cool. We weren't there
No,
that much.
honestly, because not until the second night did I realize, um, or maybe the third night. I don't remember. Did I realize how easy it actually is to get there for us? I thought it would be more of an ordeal for us to get to it, even though it was across the street.
Quite
It was
literally the
actually the
closest
easiest one
one.
for us to get to. There's a
uh,
bridge going into it from our
yeah,
hotel. Yeah,
directly
yeah. We
from our
should have just been
hotel.
hanging at the Cosmo.
So easy. In fact, well, yeah, it's so easy. In fact, James left and came back all in the span of one bubble
Yeah,
crap session for
that's
me
true.
to
That's
change
true.
his
He really
shoes.
did. Um, dude, that night that we night 3, the last night we were there, we all walked all the way up to Caesars. We walked to the
Venetian.
Venetian, and then we walked all the way back to Planet Hollywood, and then we all hung out for a little bit, parted ways, and then Emily and I were like, what if we went back to the Cosmopolitan? So we went back to the Cosmopolitan, and then from there we were like, I looked in my wallet and I was like, wait, I got this cash voucher that I never cashed from Caesar's Palace. And she was like, well, let's go to Caesar's Palace. And we ended up doing another like big fucking loop.
Oh my god, you
Yeah, it was
folks
too
are
much.
crazy.
And then I got home.
Respect though. I mean, you walked off all the
Mhm.
alcohol. It's perfect.
When I got home, I dude, the drive home was pretty rough. Um, yeah. Uh,
Really,
no, not at all.
traffic
No
wise.
traffic whatsoever. But
Oh, just
very
exhausted.
tired. driving into the sun with crazy
Ugh,
wind the entire way. So like by the time I
scary.
like I was basically driving the whole way, both hands on the wheel, like gripping it, trying to keep it from jerking around.
Well, I mean, you need both
I
hands
always
gripping it.
got
You
both
know what I
hands
mean?
gripping it, brother. Um, and I was like staring into the sun, so like my eyes are a little squinted, even though I have my like sunglasses on. Like basically, by the time we got uh let's see, where were we? I can't remember. But like 3 hours into the drive, an hour away from home, we stopped at a McDonald's to pee and like grab some fries. And when I got out of the car, I didn't realize how disoriented I was. Like I felt like I was on a boat. I like it was fucked
Oh
up.
my
I was like
god.
falling asleep because my eyes were so strained. But then I woke up a little bit, made it home, and then I didn't take the next day off. I had to go to work the next day. Um, and by the end of but by my lunch break that day, I was like, I'm sick. I'm fucking sick, and it's bad. So much so that I was like, I might have COVID. I like, and like I've had it a handful
Oh
of
my
times. I was
god.
like, I might actually fucking have COVID this time because it's not really affected me every time. Um, but then I got home, I took a test, took
Hmm.
another test today, never tested positive, but like my whole body hurt. I couldn't move. My throat was hurting.
You took the test and you checked the results and it just said you're
It
old now, and
said
you're like, fuck.
specifically, you're old and you smoked a pack of cigarettes. Why'd you do that?
Nah,
Yeah,
mine
but
never
you
says
also
that.
smoke cigarettes. I don't. It's been a
Yeah, it's
long
been a
time since I've
while.
smoked that many cigarettes. And dude, you should have seen what I coughed up.
I
Brother,
would rather I didn't
scientists could have
ever.
studied it for years.
Oh my god. It's just an amalgamation of tar and
It was
banquets.
um to anybody, I'm sorry if you're grossed out by this. Uh but it was black, it was green, a little yellow, and red.
Oh my god. That was just lung fiber and
Yeah,
ash. Shouts out to Full
it
of
was all
Hell.
the colors. But I'm recovering, or I am recovering. I should be fine by tomorrow, but I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been exhausted since we got back. On top of just keeping up with work and all the rest of it. It was a fun trip, but this week has been
Yeah,
a rocker.
this is a tough one.
You know what I mean?
But I think I got Monday off, so you know.
Rest, recover. Drink your various
Oh, brother, I
potions.
need them.
You know what I mean? But you want to go out any other words, tracks,
Um,
anything?
nah, no. I um
Sick, dude.
don't gamble. If you do, have fun. Um, don't lose it all. Um, but do you have any?
Well, only gamble with what you
Yeah.
can afford to
Do you
lose.
have any closing remarks or tracks to play?
Um, I'm good on that. The only other tracks I've been like really listening to,
Cool.
I've kind of played already. The last little quick pod we did. Um, and yeah, as far as closing remarks, I'm gonna make it all
It's
back.
all
All
coming
right,
back to me.
never,
Um,
never quit.
next week we will get back to music. Um, you want to
Maybe.
do?
No, we will. I like
I do
these
too.
talkies.
Um, we now listen. What if we
Hmm.
did songs that scare the hoes?
Oh my god, dude. That's the best theme you've ever suggested.
It came to me in a vision.
I mean, that's
all we
I'd be
listen
listening
to. So it's an
scares the
easy
host.
one, dude.
Even if it's not like crazy
Yeah,
heavy,
it could be
and
anything.
whatever,
Songs
like,
that scare the
oh my
host,
god.
dude.
When I when I got back to my apartment after like the fumigation stuff was done and I was just putting things away, Caboose and his lady get home because they have to do all that
Yeah.
too, put their shit away, and I had been playing Owen over my speakers, and after about 4 minutes, she's just like, "Why is everything you listen to so damn depressing all the time?"
I mean, you right.
I was like, "Well, this one's kind of upbeat. This
None
one's
of
kind
them
of
are,
upbeat.
Brandon.
Like, what do you mean?" And then a couple tracks later, I had to be like, "All right, well, this one really is a
all right.
bummer.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
skip
I'm
this one.
sorry.
That's rough stuff."
So yeah, dude. I think
Had
that's
to
a
put on the
perfect theme.
K-pop.
We can have lots of fun with that.
I mean, that's the theme I live by, really.
Theme of my life.
Scaring those. So look forward to that if you're still here. Please like, comment, subscribe, review, rate. What are the other words? Is there other words?
I don't know.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you really dislike us, hit that dislike
Hit
button
that shit
twice.
2 times.
You know what I mean?
I see you.
You know what I mean?
Also, last week,
I stole that from somebody else.
someone left a comment on our video that I can't see.
Oh, I also can't. Then maybe it's just a bot. Maybe YouTube is just like, you're not. Or it's the
Maybe
curse.
it's the
Oh my
curse.
God.
It says there's a.
The doll left a comment.
Oh. Okay.
You guys should really go. Like, last week is really worth it. I promise. It sounds rough, but there's some real shit in there.
It's
right?
funny.
I was
It's so
physically
funny.
altered.
It's a good episode.
It's horrendous. So yeah, go watch or listen to that one.
Yes.
After this, Joe's gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get back to work.
Flurry and then go to bed.
We like music better than you. Oh, hold on. Before that, wait, you Butterfinger?
They don't make Butterfinger anymore.
M&Ms?
Oreo.
What are we doing?
Oreo with caramel.
Fuck that. Oh, Oreos. Oh my god. Shouts out to dentists all over, to the dental association. All right.
Here's what you do.
Oh, wait.
To anybody still listening.
Oh god.
You get a soft serve ice cream and an apple pie. And you crumble that bitch up in there.
Oh, Alamode. Good
dude? Night.
Come on.
Good night,
brother. Good fucking night. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording.